So, this is it. This is my hospital cum quarantine tank. I will be putting shrimp in there, and I've put, as you can see, a couple of plants in there. Well, there's a bulb, and this is the first day of the nitrogen cycle. And we're going to be doing a little test on that now, but I want to talk about the tank first. This is a Fluval Flex 57 litre. And I say 57 litre with a few doubts in mind, and I'll tell you why. It took 2 litres of water out purely for the gravel. I took another 1.5 litres out for the other stuff that's in there. To be fair, all in all, it's probably about 50 litres, maybe 51. Bear that in mind if you're going to use this for fish. Don't bother with the stand, it's a load of trollop. I got this solid oak from Argos for £10 more than the rubbish thing that comes with it. Now, this comes with this. Well, it's supposed to be all singing, all dancing. You can choose all of that. Do we really need all of that? It does thunderstorms and lightning. Wow, yeah, lovely. If you're into that sort of stuff, very cool. I'm not. So what I done is I put it on whites full with the RGB included, and I use this. This is a 2-channel timer, so I can do lights in both tanks. Now with the Aqua Sky series you don't need it, because it's got a built-in app which you can do the timer on. But this, it's a manual off and on. Don't like that, but here we are. So now this is now all set up. That was £20 for the timer. The other thing is, this does not come with a heater. They recommend an M series, but nowhere on the box it tells you what size of heater. I would probably go with an M100. You could probably use an M50 to be fair, but an M100 will make sure it's a stable temperature. Now the filtration, as you can see from this, we do have surface agitation, which is, you know, it's quite a good thing. There you go, you can see them in there, the 2 nozzles. These are omnidirectional, you can direct them as you wish. But the filtration is more of a mechanical with a huge sponge rather than a biological, which has got about 200 grams of biomedia, which I put another 250 grams in with it. I took out the carbon. It comes with carbon. Guys, you don't need carbon unless you're medicating or chemically changing your balance of tank. You don't need it. Carbon's only if you put medication in. Now I will be putting a different type of carbon in this, and a different type of filter, maybe an internal one, if I medicate the tank. So if I put a sick fish in, then I will need the thing, but I won't need to put it in until after the medication's finished. Now all in all, it's great. The light is ample, everything's brilliant, so you want to keep it. I'm going to use and probably put shrimp in here just to keep everything up and going, but that's when those have actually grown out. So don't bother with the stand. Don't forget you don't get a heater, so you can buy one of them series, which to be fair, on eBay I only found 2, and they were both second-hand, so I should probably use one of the other ones. Don't use the encased ones because the flow at the back isn't great. Now I've actually blocked the lower thing at the back, which is the fin, because obviously there may have fry in there at some point. It's too small. I mean, if you look at the size of the slits to the size of the fry, yeah, they can go through there, no problem, and shrimp will find their way around it. Now, it doesn't matter so much. Would I tell you to buy this tank? Yeah, I would. I like the way that they try and hide the water level by putting this little sort of perforation around it. Now this is probably going to mess my camera up. Look at that. That is quite cool. I'm not going to show you the filtration. There's plenty of videos out there. I'm going to show how I've got it. And this is the first day I'm cycling the aquarium, so obviously I'm going to do a weekly update and show you how quick things grow in here, and you'll be able to see all the difference, because obviously I'm going to do each week, but this is mainly about the tank. If you want a quarantine tank, you want to do bare bottom really. I've done this because obviously I'm going to keep shrimp in here. Now in there you'll see these. This, I mean, I've got aqua soil in there by JBL, I think it was, and some biochem crystals, which are also by JBL. That was purely because I had them spare. This and this is peat balls. You'll be surprised at the reaction that you're going to get when people say peat balls. I just drop a couple in there, let them dissolve. Now in my main tank, or the rescue tank I should say, you'll find that the albino shrimp go mad for the peat balls. They go mad, and then they start spawning. You can see one there. They just love that stuff. You can see this is a healthy tank. I will be doing some more updates on this. It looks like we've got some very small babies at the back there. Looks like she's spawning again. So be prepared for that if you're doing live bearers. Anyway, this tank. This one was 129, I believe, at Maidenhead Aquatics. Perfectly good, sub 60 litre. A little bit expensive. There are cheaper variants out there. Do I like it? Yes, I do. Do I think the filtration's enough? Because of the size of the tank, I would say it's probably enough. Yes, you could augment it with an internal, but it looks quite clean in there. You know, there's no heater, no nothing. Now I'm going to cycle it heaterless, purely because the heater I've got for it didn't fit. In the back here, which I'm going to show you if I can get this open quickly. That's where your heater is going to go. As you can see, these are these things here. They're huge. You can make them smaller. I'm going to show you something you can buy for these. You can buy little grills for them, but I would suggest putting maybe a bit of filter floss in there. That will do you a favour. This is what I'm saying about the, look at that, that's the filter, and it's difficult because it just splashes everywhere, but we're not going to worry too much about that. So there you have it. All in all, would I say buy this tank? Personally, I would say buy this tank if you purely want another tank and you want to start one off. I use this quarantine. I think people should use this. If you're going to use this as a display tank, you're very limited to what you can have in there. No matter, don't listen to what the local fish shops say. They're going to tell you to put anything in there. You're looking at nanotechnology. Well, I'm sorry, mate, your nano fish like your endlers and stuff like that, you're still not going to get a lot, and because they breed a lot, you're going to outgrow this tank very, very quickly. But a shrimp tank, I think it's perfect. It's, you know, you could probably shut down some of that flow a little bit with a little bit of extra foam in there. But don't bother with the stand, guys. Get yourself one of these off Argos, hunky dory. Okay, I'm going to let you go. In a week's time, I'm going to see you again. And when I do, hopefully we're going to have a little bit of life in here. I do use prime in here sometimes, depending on what I need it for. But flourish is what you want. Use a little bit of that and you'll be great. You take care, guys. Speak soon. Bye-bye. So, what does it look like now? It's a little while on, as you know. Yeah, all the back's gone. Different lighting. Little porthos coming out of there. Let me tell you, this thing eats nitrates like it's going out of fashion. And look at that. It looks fantastic. And there you have it, guys.